Hi guys, this is the Bold and the Beautiful review. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about the wedding, just a little bit. So, Ivy and Liam are getting married, right? And it was just so weird. No witnesses. I didn't know that you could get married without a witness. I always thought that you needed at least one witness. You can't just get married like that. But okay, they get married, and Liam, afterthought, was about Miss Steffy. Okay, he's worried about Steffy. So Steffy's texting him and saying, you know what, I have a surprise for you. Okay, a beautiful surprise. So Liam is just like, yeah, I need to see you tomorrow. And it's like, you're on your honeymoon, boo. What are you doing? I don't know where Ivy went, but I think she wanted to change, but she kept the dress on, and she was like, it's too beautiful. And I'm just like, no, it's not. The cropped wedding dress, no, it's not. I didn't feel that one, but it's fine. So she's very happy. She's not going to get deported, and she is Mrs. Liam Spencer. She couldn't stop saying that. I'm the Mrs. Liam Spencer. My husband. My husband. You saved me. My husband. I was just like, Liam. This is not going to go well. Like, wake up. Please do. But he's not waking up. He's that dumb. He's just like, I saved Ivy. That's all that mattered. That matters. And hey, everything is good. That's what he thinks. So the next day we got Wyatt and Bill. Okay, Wyatt is exercising, and he's making sure that he got a six-pack to show to Steffy. So there's a girl, random girl, and she's like, we could just hang out, And Wyatt is just like, yeah, we could, but we'll see. Okay, bye. Bill is just like, really, boy? Really, boy? This girl is so cute, and you're not going to try to get with her? You want Steffy, right? Look, Steffy needs to be with your brother, okay? She has history with him. Don't do it. Don't get involved. And Wyatt is just like, please, why people are saying this? I don't understand, okay? I don't need y'all advice. Rich said the same thing. And I'm just like, oh. Bill actually is just like, oh, really? Rich and I, we agree? Oh, I hate that. So get a clue, Wyatt. Get a clue. If your father and your, I don't know, your boss, your future father-in-law, since Steffy is now single, are agreeing, if they agree that there's a problem, that they don't like each other, and they are people that they're logical, okay? They're not like your mama. If your mama says, yes, go ahead, go, do it, boy, I approve of this, you need to worry, okay? And I'm sorry, Wyatt, but you have a problem. You do. You do. You had this conversation with Liam, okay? You went to his place, and you were like, you know what, brother? Do you want Steffy? Do you still want her? Because if you don't, I kind of want her. And then you thought that, I don't know what he thought about, but he said, oh, Liam, I forgive you. And I was just like, why? Liam doesn't need to be forgiven. You're the one who decided to get between him and Hope. How many times did Hope leave you for Liam? That was not a clue? How many times? Okay, when you got with her, she was in love with Liam. Okay, she wanted Liam. She was heartbroken over Liam. And she wanted to go back to him. How many times did she try to marry him? Like, hello, you decided to get involved. You didn't care about Liam's feelings, and you are actually bragging about it. I got that girl. I got that girl. And whenever you lost the girl, I don't care. Wyatt, you just no. And I wish that Liam was like, no, I don't need your forgiveness. You actually, you should be asking me to forgive you because you're the one who got involved. Okay? You're the one to blame for your situation. For you that marriage was doomed. Okay? You got married because I was not there, because I didn't get on time. Okay? You got married because initially she thought that I dumped her. That's why you guys got married. Because if I was there, if I said, baby, hope, I love you, you would have not gotten married. Sorry. Your fault. And your mother's fault. Okay. So Wyatt, I just feel like for him, Steffy is a challenge. And I feel like Steffy used Wyatt to get Liam a little bit. Because, first of all, she said to Wyatt, I mean, I'm not a little girl, okay? I'm a woman. I don't need you to ask permission. I don't need you to talk to people about me, okay? I'm a grown woman. I'm not a damsel in distress. I am strong. I am Steffy Forrester. I'm not like the other girls. I'm not like Hope, okay? I don't need two men fighting over me. But then Steffy went to Liam's place and said, oh, by the way, Liam, I got a new guy. Guess who? Guess who? Your brother. Okay? Like, Steffy, don't act as if you don't play games. You do. Little girl. Okay, so now that episode, back to the episode. Ivy, do not feel too comfortable with Quinn. Okay, I know you feeling like she's your best friend right now. She's on your side. She's trying to help you, but no, her advice. Careful, like she's crazy, a tiny bit crazy. Okay, you need to watch out. You can't just be trusting her like that with your life. Okay? Quinn doesn't do anything for free. I'm just saying. She doesn't do that. And then we have the immigration agent officer who is like, girl, so I need to see, when are you leaving? Okay? I need to know when you're leaving. And Ivy's just like, I am Mrs. Liam Spencer. I'm as American as you are. And if you want us, if you want to interview my husband, go ahead and do it. I was just like, this is not that easy. You need to prepare yourself, okay? They're going to ask you, well, he's going to ask you some questions like, what's Ivy's favorite meal, okay? What's Ivy's favorite color? Like stuff like that. What's her favorite dress? I don't know. Like, is Liam prepared? And Ivy, are you prepared? I'm just, Ivy, it's not that easy, girl. It's not that easy. And that I need you to focus, Ivy. I need you to not let Quinn talk, okay, that much. And I know she's telling you that maybe that marriage is gonna be real, and it might be, but you need to think that it's gonna fail. You need to think that it's just on paper. You need to get your mind right, because you're gonna get hurt if not, okay? Because Liam, we never know what he's gonna do, okay? You need to be careful. You really do. With Steffy around. And actually, when you went to the house the first time, you had to hide, and you were listening to a conversation. You were listening to Steffy and Liam was like, I need to talk to Ivy. What about? Okay, I know he told you that, okay, I just have feelings. By the way, Liam was not clear. I mean, I couldn't understand what he was saying. It was just a hot mess. I didn't get it. I was just like, what? And seriously, Steffy was thinking that Liam was going to leave Ivy, but that was not his plan at all. Okay? When you go back, okay, if you go back, you're going to hear him say, you're going to hear Ivy ask, are you leaving me? Are you breaking up with me? And Liam's response was, no. No. I'm just telling you I have feelings. Okay, and I'm resisting. That's what he said. Okay, so he had no intention of breaking up with Ivy. That was just too crazy. And then Ivy was just like, I don't have time for you and your feelings for Steffy. Okay, you have feelings, we'll deal with that later. But now you need to marry me. That's what basically happened. That was just to me. But okay. So Ivy, just, if you want to fight for your marriage, go ahead, but you feeling like that's your telephone, really? I know you're feeling like that's your husband and all, but you're feeling it. You're like, oh my God, I was in a pretty dress, and that's my man. I am Mrs. Spencer. But don't, girl, just don't let Quinn get in your head, okay? And yeah, Quinn is so right. Liam loves a damsel in distress. He does. I don't know what he has, what's wrong with him, but he loves a damsel in distress. That's why he loved Hope so much, I guess. But okay, so now let's get to Steffy and Liam. Ooh. So Steffy had a surprise. Oh my. So she goes to Liam's house and she's like, let's talk about the past, okay? Remember, we got married, okay? In Aspen. And we have those flashbacks, and I'm just like, are they trying to rewrite history here? Because I remember this time, and I remember their wedding. It was a rushed wedding. It was not that cute and amazing. Steffy was stressed out because Hope was coming to get her man, and that was not I don't know. I feel like they're trying to rewrite history, but okay. So Liam is enjoying himself, forgetting about that he's married. Hey, I don't need to talk about that. Actually, Steffy was the one who said, I know you had to break up with Ivy. I don't care right now. Let's talk about it later or never. I don't really care about it. That's what Steffy said. And I was just like, really, Steffy? Sometimes I kind of felt like Steffy was more focused on herself and didn't care about Liam's feelings, because if he had to break up with Ivy, then he probably is feeling some type of way. Maybe Ivy said something like, you're a douchebag, and it is hurting him. I don't know. You don't know what happened. And instead of being like supportive and saying like, okay, I'm here for you, do you need to talk, you're like, no, let's talk about us, okay, and our first wedding, you know, first rushed impromptu wedding. Let's talk about that. So I'm just feeling like, Steffy, you need to be there for Liam at that time, because maybe you wouldn't have wasted your time with that surprise, and you would have known and you would have left like that. But okay, so they're having fun, and then Steffy says something about, you know, I can't wait for our future. I don't know, something like that. Okay, she's talking about their future and their life. they're like, oh my God, how they're gonna be so happy. So Liam is just like, wait, I gotta tell you something. I mean, I don't know what to tell you and how to tell you this. And Steffy's just like, listen, I mean, if you want to talk about it, I mean, go ahead. I'm a big girl. I don't really care. And whatever happened, as long as it is the last time, as it was the last time, as long as it is the last time that you're gonna do this, that you did this, I don't care. Like, I don't really care about this. That's what she meant. Like, if you had sex with her, I don't care. If you kissed her, I don't care. I don't care. That's what she said. And I was just like, but you don't care? Like, what if he slept with her? You don't care? You don't? I mean, if you know you're committed to somebody else, you don't do that. You don't kiss. You don't. That was just so strange. And I was just like, girl, desperate? What's going on? Like, all these girls are desperate over Liam, and Liam is not that amazing. Hope, Ivy, Steffy, like, why? Damn, I understand why Wyatt is jealous, because Liam he ain't all that. But okay. So Liam is just like, no, I mean, I just got married. I married Ivy. And Steffy's just like, yeah, what? It sounded like you said you married Ivy, like you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. No, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. Yes, you did. Okay? The joke's on you. Surprise, surprise. Oh my gosh. Her face. Ooh, Steffy was so freaking angry. And I mean, I feel sometimes I don't know how to feel. Okay? I feel a little bit bad for Steffy, but at the same time I just feel like, girl, he was in a relationship. Okay, what did you expect? Okay, and you saying that you're not willing to do this again, okay, and you're not willing to share him, and you're not willing to go through this again. I'm just thinking, well, what is you up to this point? Everything that you did, you've done it before, okay? You had to talk to the girl and tell her that you're gonna get back with Liam. You guys have history. You guys have something special, and you're fun, and you're hot, and you give him something that these girls can't give him. Like, you had that conversation with Ivy, a conversation that you once had with Hope. I mean, you went to his place with lingerie. You've done that before. I don't know. You've talked about your past, and you've looked at pictures. You've done that before, okay? Like, I don't see anything new here. Nothing new. Nothing. So, Steffy, you were willing to go on that road again, but then you realize that you were not gonna win that easily, so you're panicking and you're like, and I loved Steffy's question. So how long do you need to stay married? For a month? For 2? For a year? For 6? Is there any other way? Like, I love the questions that she asked, because I myself asked I asked myself the same questions. I was just like, why Liam? Why couldn't you ask for a lawyer? Why couldn't you talk to a lawyer? Why couldn't you look at other options? Why that quickly? And she even asked whose idea was this for the wedding? Who said, hey, let's get married? Ivy? And we know that Quinn was behind this, and Liam too. Liam didn't take the time to ask questions. Well, he asked questions, but he should have thought about it, and he should have talked to Steffy, and he should have talked to a lawyer. He should have talked to Bill. He should have talked to so many people before doing that. And Ivy is a Forrester. I mean, they have connections, don't they? And Bill has some connections. I'm pretty sure Bill could have done something. Yeah, Steffy, be mad. Be mad at him, but at yourself too. And he had the audacity to tell Steffy, you know what? I told Ivy this was not going to change anything, okay? I'm still going to date her. I was just like, oh my gosh. No, you did not. Boy, you did not, but he did. And Steffy slapped him like that. I didn't feel that slap. It needed to be like a... But it's fine. It's fine. I love that she slapped him. I was just like... And then she said, you know what? You're a rescuer. You love to rescue women, okay? And I guess it's because you couldn't save your mom, so you're now saving these other girls. And I'm just like, oh... I got hurt. I was just like, oh, that was... Ouch! It hurt so bad. Like, I was like, oh... Steffy. Yeah. And Steffy was like, I'm done. I'm like, it took you that to be done. It took you all these years and that to be done. I'm not even sure if you're really gonna be done. Okay, you're saying that you're done, but And so Liam's just like, no, I love you. I want you. So screw Ivy. Steffy was just like, I know you. You're not gonna do that. Okay, you're not gonna be able to. What are you gonna do? Get an annulment? Like, please. Okay, you wanted to help Ivy, and we're screwed. Okay, but he's like, I want you. I need you. Please don't get with my brother. That's what he meant. Liam. Sometimes I feel like he's so dumb, and I'm just like, he's dumb, but then I'm like, maybe he is smart, because why choose if you can have both? Okay, because he literally said to Ivy, I'm gonna be dating you. Okay, we're married, but I'm gonna be dating you, which means I can also date Steffy. And then he had the audacity to tell Steffy, oh my god, I'm going to be dating Ivy while being married to her, but we still can be together. We still have a chance. I was just like, dog, you are a dog. Really? Really? You think that's a good idea? But what's really funny is that he never said to Ivy that he's going to be dating Steffy too. You know, he said to Ivy, I'm going to be dating you. I have feelings for Steffy, but we're going to get married. Oh my god. That's just like, this, it was, what are you supposed to understand? What are we supposed to understand? I don't know what Ivy's understanding right now, because I don't understand. I don't get it. We're dating. It's so crazy because he doesn't understand. He doesn't realize that Ivy is so freaking happy to have gotten married to him. Not because that now she can stay in the country, but because she is Mrs. Liam Spencer. Hello, Liam. Nobody is dating you just to date you. Okay, at some point you want to get married. Okay, we all watched Cinderella and Snow White. Okay, at some point you want to get married, and you just married her, and she told you, for better or worse, when you said that, my heart just, I was so happy when you said that. I was just like, oh my god, there's something that went through me. Hello, that's a girl. That's a girl. I just... Liam, the dumbness. I can't. Anyways, that was my review. I hope you liked it. rate, comment, and subscribe. Feel free to share the video. See you guys soon, I hope, because B&B is crazy. I can't wait for Maya and her family drama. I really can't wait. And it's crazy because the takeover, we had the takeover, but we're not seeing Eric anymore. So we're not seeing Eric and Rich deal with this situation. Like, what's going on? No, where Rick can't show up and be mad and try something. It's like everything, it's like nothing happened, literally. That's weird. Okay, that's really weird. But B&B is like that. It's like a lead storyline. For right now, we have Steffy, Wyatt, Liam, Ivy, Quinn, okay, on the show. And then maybe those are gonna disappear for a while, and we're gonna see Maya and Rick. Okay, so yeah, that was my review. I hope you enjoyed it. See you guys so soon.